Hey guys and gals, it's a rainy day, so I'm in my garage here and I'm gonna walk you through my V-Strom 650. This is a 2005 V-Strom 650. I've had it about 9 months. I've already put 4,000, maybe 5,000 miles on it. I'm not sure, I haven't calculated exactly. But I love this machine. I love the bike. Today I'm gonna walk you through the bike itself and all of my gear that I use when I ride. So you know what I'm doing. So let's start with the bike itself. The bike is pretty much stock all the way around. I don't have any engine performance. I don't have any exhaust modified in any spot. It's a stock exhaust. It's nice and quiet. So all of that stock performance-wise. There are a bunch of little upgrades here and there that, you know, it's all add-on stuff. So let's start at the front of the bike. As far as windscreen, wind protection, here's my Puig. I'm not sure exactly how to say that name, but I'll just say Puig. It's the touring windscreen. I love it. It's just the right height to block enough wind off of the face, but it's not too wide or too thin to hit the mirrors or have any troubles up here when you're in full lock to the side. Moving back, I've got just, again, stock mirrors. These are the ugliest things, but let's go to here. I just got in the mail today levers, brake and clutch levers from MZS. You know, pretty much levers are levers. These are the shorty adjustable levers. I'll try these out and see if I like them. Again, not a big deal upgrade wise. Levers are pretty much levers. In the winter time, I ride with the stock, just plastic hand guards, mostly because of wind. So in the winter, taking wind off of the hands is a huge thing. It is so comfortable to have that extra plastic between your hands, between the wind and your hands, your gloved hands. But I take those off for the summer. I just took them off today because it's getting ready for warmer weather here in Texas after the rain goes. These are the ugliest things in the world, stock blinkers. This is my next thought of upgrades. So the next thing that I'm looking at is I'd like to replace these with LED or at least thinner, smaller profile, closer to the bike, maybe even low profiles. I don't know. I just want to get these out of the way. That goes for the front and the back. The blinkers are so ugly and so obnoxious, just the way that they're placed, the way they stick out so far. And so yeah, I'm not a fan of those. But moving back, let's talk about the most important upgrade that I think I've made on the bike. This is the TacForm mounting systems. This phone mount is amazing. If you are ever worried about losing your phone or dropping your phone, don't worry anymore. Buy yourself an Enduro Series motorcycle mount. This guy was about $60 on Amazon, but it is solid as a rock and it's super easy as well. This is what's in the box. It comes with a little sling. It comes with the Allen wrenches that you need and all the spacers depending on what size bars you've got. So let's take a look at it itself. So this is a mount and it's on a spring. You see these two aluminum rods and then you can see the cradle up there. So it's got this profile. So whatever phone you have, sorry about that, accidentally turned off the camera. So no matter how tall your phone is, just do that, slip it in place. So again, to take it out, you push on the spring and then angle it out. So this is super easy. With one hand, I got my phone locked in place, super solid. It does come with the silicone sling that you can wrap up over these two corners, but I never use it. I used it the first week just because I was worried, but it's in there so solid. I've been on slight off-roads. I've been through bumps and traffic and all sorts of bad roads here in Dallas with potholes and whatnot. It will not come out. I love it. I love this TacForm mount. It has a ball joint, I think, that's compatible but this is all aluminum again. I think this ball joint is compatible with Ram mount systems. I'm not a huge fan of the Ram mount, the big X, mount. I don't like the looks of it. I'm not a fan of it. So I love this tack form. That's the number one thing, that it's such a small deal. But if you want to make sure your phone is secure and safe, pay the $60, pay a good price, and have the comfort, the peace of mind to know that you don't have to turn around and find your phone on the road somewhere cracked and broken because it fell off. So that's that. Yeah, tech form. Then everything else pretty much stock. Moving back, so the seat, what I've been told by the guy that sold me the bike, he tells me that the seat is the factory upgrade. So I guess this is a Suzuki seat with an inch extra of padding, so it raises the seat height by an inch. I love it. I'm 6'2". I'm a tall guy. I'm a tall rider, so it doesn't bother me at all to have a little bit higher of a seat, but the padding is so comfortable in the upright position, mostly upright position that I ride. The other thing that I would like to do in the future is get rocks risers or some kind of risers on the handlebar. I'd like to get them up a little bit higher, because every once in a while I'll stand up while I'm riding and I want to have that handlebar a little bit higher. But I don't mind the higher seat because the padding, the extra padding, is super comfortable. I've had lots of passengers say that the wide and the soft, or the wide and the thick seat is just very, very comfortable for being a passenger. So let's talk about tires. I just put on brand new tires. They're a little bit dirty because I got them muddy the other day. But these are the Shinko 705s. I'm a huge fan so far. Of course, all new tires feel great, but I'll try these out a little bit more, put a few more miles on them, and let you know in the future how they go. For my exhaust, I said the whole system is stock. I did paint with an aluminum color, high heat aluminum paint, and it's starting to fade over the time, so I'll have to go back and paint again with a few more coats, I guess, or another coat of high heat paint, like super high heat paint. So moving on back, again, the full exhaust is all stock. The man who sold it to me had the stock system on it, exhaust, but he grinded down these welds on the back bolts and took this out. He took everything out and I guess drilled out or cut out all the baffles. So it was pretty much unmuffled when I bought it, and it was a huge sound. I am not a fan of loud pipes. I don't know, loud pipes save lives, whatever. I ride a lot at night, and so loud pipes wake up neighbors, and I don't like that. So riding at night, I went ahead and got the original stock put back on. The man who sold it to me, wonderful guy, he actually, in order to seal the deal, he said, well, if you're not sold on this loud pipe, I'll order one for you. And he ordered it and got it to me, and I reinstalled the original pipe. So that's that. Again, I love the bike, mostly stock, what you see here. I talked about the upgrade for the taller handlebars that I'd like to see. Another thing that I'd love to do, of course, engine guards, crash guards. It's a huge thing for adventure riders, dual sport riders, whatever. To get engine guards, that would be amazing, or crash bars. That would be amazing for a couple of reasons. First of all, again, just the security. If you ever drop it, or if you ever have a spill, low speed spill, of course it's going to have the protection. But the other reason for me is I would like to have trail lights. So I did a little bit of off-roading at night the other night, and it was just awful. I could not see the ground ahead and around me. So if I had crash bars here, I would have a mount for LED trail lights that I could turn on at night. The other thing is, eventually, if you go for a skid plate, This bike does not support a skid plate without having matching or compatible crash bars. So you've got to start with the crash bars before you can go to any of the skid plate protection down below. And that would be something that would be nice, because on the V-Strom, the oil filter is right there in the front. All of the exhaust is right there in the front. So if you hit any kind of a bump or anything, that's the first thing to go, is your expensive exhaust, the oil pump, sorry, the oil filter, and it just spills all your oil. So not really an off-road oriented bike, but again, simple trail riding, simple trails, dirt roads, gravel roads, things like that. Just the added protection of a skid plate would be nice, but those things are expensive because you've got to go with the top and the bottom all together, put it together. That's what, $200 up top, and then $200 down below for the skid plate, and then trail lights on top of that. Those are things that I would like to add eventually. Moving back, so when I bought this, the man had installed a shad, what is it, SH48, I guess that's the 48 liter top box. I love this box, it's amazing. So it opens right up and shows you all the stuff that you've got inside. This is just enough space for my helmet, my full face helmet, plus a jacket. I can roll up my jacket in nice enough way, fold it up just nicely enough to get my jacket and my helmet. So in Korea, I was running on my 250. I think I had a 42 liter, and it was pretty limited. I could get my full my full face helmet in there, but not much else. So I like the extra space of this. I know the 52 liter is maybe the biggest that I've seen. I don't know that I would ever need that. So the day that I went to pick it up, the man told me, he said, "Oh man, my bike was so nice and clean, and then just today as I was pulling it out to show it to you, I scratched it." I don't know. I think the bike has been dropped. I'm not saying that he lied about this, but I think the bike has been dropped. He assured me that it's never been dropped or crashed, but I think it's been maybe dropped at low speeds, because there are things like this, some abrasive marks over here. There were some abrasive marks elsewhere that I can't see right now. But then on this side, if we come over here and look, there's quite a bit of abrasiveness here. It looks like signs of scratches there, and then a few signs of scratching here. Also, one of the mirrors, this side was cracked when I got it, so I don't know that I fully trust the fact that it's never been dropped. I think what's happened is it was dropped at a low speed, maybe on a surface like grass or dirt or sand or something like that. But I can tell it's never, sorry, I can tell it's never been in an accident for sure, because everything else runs super smooth and true. So I love my top box. I don't think I can ever use a motorcycle without a top box. It's just so convenient. Now for extra storage, I do have some other things. He gave it to me, so he sold it to me. The man who sold it to me with some extras. He sold me this, or he just included this tank bag. I haven't used it yet. I don't have a big necessity for a tank bag. I'm not a huge fan of tank bags. I don't take long trips, or I haven't taken trips yet, so I don't think I'll need this. Now this is something that I bought used from a guy in my neighborhood, actually. I saw on Marketplace app, I saw him selling it for $40. So I've got the other one over there, but this is just one of the sides. The saddlebags for $40. These things usually sell for $120 or something, so this was a nice deal. They were almost brand new, and he said he had installed them a few times and used them, but never really needed them. So this is the Givy silver bag. Givy, whatever it is. I like to say Givy. So the Givy bags, the silver bag, what is it? High performance luggage. I like them. They're great. They're lightweight. They're expandable. You can unzip this part and expand it out. I use this actually as I commute. I put my helmet and my jacket in there, of course, my big backpack and laptop in there, and then I use this for my lunchbox or some other things, both sides. Very super convenient. They're not locking because they're soft bags, they don't lock. I guess you can put a padlock. Well, I don't know. I guess you can't put a padlock because that's where it zips up. But anyhow, they're not locking, so you can't put anything super valuable, but because I have the shed top box, it is locking. I can put things valuable in there. And again, top box essential. Luggage, extra luggage, not super essential for now. But that's my bike. I love it. It's so amazing. It's a tall bike. It's got an upright riding position, super comfortable seat. Again, this is the upgraded seat, so I haven't put any miles on the other seat. I've put it on and sat on it. Not a huge fan, but I didn't sit on it very long, so I can't complain. That's that. I love my bike. For commuting, I put 50 miles a day on my commute, almost 25 miles there and 25 miles back. So I've been so comfortable on it, and I'm a daily rider. Anytime it's not raining, I'm on my motorcycle, cold, hot, in between. So let's move on to my riding gear, my actual riding gear. So let's go over here. Let's start with the Icon, the helmet. I did the unboxing of that. I'm going to get a review up as soon as possible. I like the helmet a lot. This is my Icon. I've got it set up for my Slim. That was a big trouble. It took a long time to get that set up for the Slim. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this over here in the top box. We'll talk about this later. I've got another video for that coming. But let's move on to, so my helmet is an Icon. I love it. Let's talk about gloves. I'm a fan of cheap gloves because gloves, I feel like, are the things that you go through the most of. Something that you can just, as soon as you see dangerous signs of wear, throw them out and get a new pair. I don't know, maybe getting higher quality might run you better in the long run, I guess. But for me, I wear out my gloves pretty quick. I don't know why. So I bought these Komines, I guess that's the name of the brand, over in Korea before I came back. I had been given a pair of Komines and they were thicker leather. These are really super thin because I bought a cheaper version. The touchscreen function does not work on any of the fingers. I think it's advertised that 2 fingers had it and then the thumb. That was a gimmick because it did not work on day one. I liked the fact that these were plastic sliders. It's got hard plastic over here. It looks like carbon fiber, kind of a design. I don't know if that's carbon fiber or not. But they separated from the material almost in the first month. So I guess maybe I shouldn't be a fan of cheap gloves because you can see it just tore away from the material within the first month. My other Komines did not. My other Komines, they held on pretty tight and they were amazing. That's why I bought the second pair. I just got in the mail yesterday. I got these Skoiko. They came with the levers that I bought. These are pretty cheap gloves as well. I'm going to try out the touchscreen, see if it works. It got a little bit of a softer plastic. It's not so hard. A softer plastic slider, so a protection pad. So I don't know if it'll slide as well. But I'm hoping to never test out the protection on my gloves. Cheap plastic, I don't need. So cheap plastic knuckles, I don't need anything super protective. I don't believe I need anything super protective the way I ride. I'm not at high speeds, aggressive in the twisties or corners or whatnot. So as long as they're comfortable inside, then I'll be fine with them. So I'll give these a try. And again, I like just buying gloves, and when they're no longer safe, switching them out and buying another pair for, I don't know, these were maybe $20. I don't know if it was $19.99 or $29.99. Either way, fairly cheap, worth it. Speaking of cheap gear, I'm a sucker for cheap gear, so let's talk about jackets. On Amazon, I went and I just bought HWK jacket because it was super cheap. I guess this was $59. I paid the same amount of money for my phone mount that I paid for my jacket, and my jacket is protecting my skin and whatnot, I guess. But here's the thing is, I bought this jacket because it's lightweight. This is the four season jacket from HWK. I'll just call it Hawk because I guess that's what they're going for. I like the style. It was the black, blue, and white, black, and blue. But the white from day one has been this cream color. It never came as white. It's kind of a cream. And then the other thing about the cream is it gets these black grease spots on it and it won't come out. So again, if you buy white anything and you get it greasy, that's just a part of it. As far as the jacket goes, it's actually pretty warm with the thermal liner on the inside. It comes with the soft yellow foam CE protectors in the shoulders, the elbows, and the back. There's no hard surface on the protector, so I don't know what CE rating they are. Probably the lowest CE rating that they can claim, CE rating. I love the fact that there's a lot of reflective material on the front and on the back. They've got the logo in reflective, they got the shoulder in reflective. I like that. As far as venting goes, without the even without the thermal liner, there's pretty much no ventilation. It's cooler to wear, but there's no ventilation. There are two vents on the front that don't do a lot. It just really doesn't do a lot. There's an exhaust vent on the back, I guess, but again, that doesn't work so well. So instead of just having this for a summer jacket as well, I went ahead and bought a summer mesh jacket. And I stuck with the Hawk company just because I like the jacket that I have. So I love it. It's comfortable. It's a great fit for me. And I bought another one for summer riding. So this is mesh. You can see right through it. The mesh seems sturdy enough to hold the jacket together where it needs to be held together. Again, same protectors, shoulders, elbows, and back, so it's all the same protection, I guess, but this will probably be a lot cooler. Again, tons of reflective on this, so I like it. So let me talk about the zipper. On the other jacket, I'll just talk about it on this jacket, but on the other jacket that I've been wearing for a long time, the zipper slides up and down so smoothly. It's just amazing. I really like the ease of the zip. It stays in place when it's up. It doesn't, work its way down. It stays in place, but it's a smooth zip from top to bottom, except for when you first put it in there. When you first stick in one side to the other and you got it in there and then you try to zip up, it catches on the very first spot. I don't know if this jacket does it because I just got this. The tags are still on it. I just got this in the mail yesterday. But I don't know if this jacket does it, but it catches at the very bottom. Once you get it over that first little bit, it goes up and down very easy. I will say this, on my other jacket, when I first had to zip it all the way up because of the cold, I zipped it all the way up and it just kept going. The zipper fell right off into my hand. It zipped all the way to the top and just kept going. So I hope this one doesn't do that. I hope there's a stopper on the top of this zipper, unlike the other one. The neck is super soft. I've never had itchiness, scratchiness, or burns or any types of troubles with the neck. It's very, very soft material. So that's what I do. I've got some, oh goodness, I can't even think of what my boots are. So I've got some boots. I didn't bring my boots, but I've got my jackets. I talked about those, the gloves, the gloves, the jacket, the helmet. There you go. So this is my 2005 V-Strom and all the gear that I run. Again, I'll go back to the tack form. Day in and day out, I'll say this is the best thing my bike's got. This in the top box, you know, that's what I need for the bike. Oh yeah, one last thing. I added a little 2-port USB. Turns on and off. It's waterproof. I added that so that I can charge my phone, and it's mounted right under there. I hope you liked my video. Guys, be safe, be kind, be happy. I love you all. Like, subscribe, and notification bell. Thanks, guys. See you next time.